let's talk about this particular structural details. Obviously, last time I did a 1 to 20 scale. Is some part is not clear about section details because I have a windows. Yeah, I have a windows one side, and what will happen? You know what I mean? And also, how do you know actually this is a capping part, and especially for the a box cutter area. Okay, so there are many areas we can explore. Okay, so that area, that part, and also the bottom of the window area also it's good to explore. And also what will happen, this is a threshold when you actually enter this building, then what will happen, the corners. So this is a really matter, how you detail out and then draw a more comprehensive. But what we do now, we'll just, I'll give you a little sketch paper. We'll just overall the concept here first, okay, then we'll actually draw on the paper. Okay. So when you look at the section drawings, so we got this is a section A. I drew the cross section through the window to entry area. There's another section. Another section is section B. Obviously the other section. Then it goes through actually the joinery part and also a different roof parapet. So and also maybe window area. Okay, so you can pick up any location. It can be can explain to contractors quite easily. And also we need to think, it could be something, could be or some area need to be customized. So rather than just buying the product from some supermarket or Bunnings, you can't just put it there. You might need to adjust to some details. Okay, so let's have a look here. The first thing is what will happen this box cutter area. Okay, so let's have a look. When you look at the box cutter, I'll just draw a bit thicker. The first thing is that we need to know the ceiling level. Okay, and then another part is actually the total parapet height. Yeah? So that is actually 4. Can you see? Okay, you can't see. This is a 4050. This is the 2700 height. Okay, so imagine this is outside cladding wall. Okay, so this is a total outside. Yeah? Then we got all the finishes all together. So let's imagine this is the thickness. So we'll add on to that. Okay, and also when you look at our beam location, I did actually about 50 mil, slightly above than the ceiling levels. Okay, so imagine this is a beam here. I made about 50 mil above that area. Okay, the ceiling finish level. So let's just start from there. So if you understand, I think it will be easy to draw the section details. Okay, so that is a position of the beam. Okay, so this beam called, I think in our construction drawings here, so we cutting through this side. So this is a PB1. Yeah? We already know this one. Okay, so PB1, then we go for PB1 250 UB. So this is a 250 UB. Okay, 250 UB, then there's a size there too, isn't it? So 250 UB, this is the 124 by 248. Yeah, so that is one. And also all the external cladding we've been talking about before, isn't it? And then about 25 mil. So this is the metal cladding, yeah. And then we got a batten, top head section. I don't know you remember these shapes, yeah. Okay, this top head section. That fixed to the plywood, the structural plywood, the marine plywood, yeah. Okay, so that is the another 18 mil we talk about, yeah, 18 mil. The structural plywood. Obviously, in between there is a sacking. Okay, you show the dotted line, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so then inside we need to have a good and on the top two we'll just nominate first, yeah? Top two. So this is a good called G1. Okay, so we know all the size. If you're not sure, you go back to actually structural the drawings, then you'll see all the size, yeah? Okay, then what will happen on the top part, yeah? So what they do, they will make actually a little hardwood timber. I'll probably a little bit bring them out, about 30 mil out. Okay, so I'll probably about 30 mil stick out. I quite like actually the shadow glare. So that's why I draw on my elevations sticking out. And also when they make it, they cut like a little bit angled, yeah? Okay, so this is a 3°4. The capping. Okay, so then we do on the top of the beam, I need to make a parapet, yeah? Parapet is like the wall metal channel all the way up. Okay, so what they do, they just fixing it. So they make actually a little parapet wall. Okay, so they need to fix it too. Okay, so this is the capping timber. So then after that we'll put a 6 mil compressed fiber cement sheet on the top. Okay, 6 mil compressed fiber cement sheet, yeah? Side. Then let's think about then what this side, yeah? On the top, the ceiling finish is 2.7 plasterboard. Okay, the plasterboard. Plasterboard is there. So on the top part, what we need, the batten, the ceiling batten, the channels. I think these are 35. Yeah. So if you look at the rondo, okay, the ceiling system, then you'll see all the size. Okay, so this is about 35 mil. And then the cross rail on the top, this is about 25 mil. Okay, so what you do? The plasterboard is 10 mil. You can't see it. Plasterboard is 10 mil. So 35 mil for the battens, and then another 25 mil channel. This is total system. Okay, so if you look at the website, you will see it's happening. Then another thing is when you look at structural drawing, they're called PB1 and then RB1. Okay, so there is another beam and crossing the other side. So what I do, albion is a bit smaller than the other beam. So probably so if you look at drawing, so I'll make it to the same level. Okay, so that will go like that. Yeah. Then what they do, they bolt them. Okay, so what they do, they make it to the steel plate and then they weld and they just bolt. It's like that. It's on the top. Then on the top of actually this, the beam size is called, this is a what you call RB1, yeah, RB1 size. RB1 is a 200 UB. So this is a 200 UB. So 200 UB size is about 202, yeah, isn't it? 202. Okay, the shape is like this. So UB, universal beam. Okay, so this is a 202. That height is 133. Okay, so then what you'll do, from this point, I'll make actually about 500 the box cutter tray on the top. Box cutter tray on the top. But before you do that, you need a purlin. Purlin called P1. There's a P1. Okay, so P1, if you look at P1 is a C 150 by 15. Okay, and then 1200 centers. Okay, so P1. Okay, this is called purlin. Root purlin is there. Okay, the size is like this. So probably using different color. Okay. So your first one, you put it over here. Okay, this is a root purlin. So this is a P1. Yeah, P1. P1 size. This is a 64. That size. You got a 152. Okay, so that's over there. So we allow for actually this space. Yeah, this is a 500. Here to that distance. Okay, but to place a box cutter, you need to have a tray under because this need to be fold to the other direction. So when you look at roof plans, we draw. So roof is folding these directions, okay, and then this is a rain head. So we need to know, we need to have a little support under. Okay, so this is the box cutter. We need a tray under. Okay, so that gives you level. This is normally metal, but in the metal condition, it could be a corrugated actually the metal. When you look at actually the roofing metals, yeah, like a little tray, yeah, and underneath there, what they do, they suspend from this purlin. They put angle there. Okay, that control the levels. Or maybe can't go actually overall direction, so they'll find the fixing. So this the supporting and adjust the actual level because need to be fold to the other direction, isn't it? Yeah? Okay, so this could be a corrugated metal sheet, or maybe you could use a marine plywood, yeah, about 70 mil marine plywood, or hardwood, yeah, any maybe treat pine, yeah. So will support there. So now we got it. Actually, this is a purlin. Okay, the purlin has a little the clit. Okay, they bolt them. Okay, and on the top, the looping. So from this point, so they create the looping. So I'm showing actually, it's like that. Yeah. So this is a roof. This is a 3-degree fall roof. Okay. So the reason actually 2 line I'm showing you because the roofing is like this shape, isn't it? You know, it comes like a clip lock, yeah. This shape. So when you cut through, so you'll see that the other end part, yeah. So this is a bottom. It's like that. Okay. And they need to flashing them. So they normally actually this when they make it this box cutter, they make it a bit longer. Okay. They flash them. So any water level feeling if something is wrong here, so even though it keeps sort of it's another, you know, the safer, it doesn't go inside the water inside the ceiling space, so they tend to actually make it longer, being overlapped, so the water doesn't go inside this space. Okay, and this box cutter too, they can make it a bit longer, so water doesn't go inside the ceiling space. Okay. Then what we do, on the top of the capping, I need a flashing. Can you see the red line? Yeah, over there. And then going over, they cover them. So at the end, the part is a little dripping point. Yeah? And the part is when you're wrapping over, a little drip. It's just like that, you know, like this. So there is a 3-degree fall to that direction, yeah? 3-degree fall. And then there's wrapping around. And then another piece of actually the metal going down. Okay. It can go over the actual box cutter. So any water comes in, just dripping over the actual the box cutter, so it doesn't split inside. So this box cutter is actually a bit higher. You know, we got another level is here, so we'll make it actually higher. So any water is going over doesn't go inside the structural part. Okay. Then obviously this roof fall need insulations, yeah. So what they do, they put insulations there, and the reflective foils, they put insulation under there. Okay, so if you're not sure, just type down roof insulation on internet. You will see that photo is very clear. Okay, so this is roofing. Now what you will see further below, this line you can be visible. And also it's a capping line is visible here, isn't it? And also you can see the little hole, to the actually your what you call the rain head, yeah. So it can be visible like that too at the end part, yeah. So that connect to the actually outside the rain head. Okay. So most important part. And just again, just nominate your ceiling height and then total your parapet height. Yeah? And then positioning your beam, steel beam, and also the RB1, the other side, actually the beam. Okay. So then place the first purlin, P1, and then draw the 3-degree fall. Okay. And the insert the box cutter with actually a little bit more inside the ceiling space. Okay, so the water doesn't split inside. Okay, so there's a little hole discharging to outside. So, and also other part is just same as a wall, you know, thickness. So what will happen if we have a window is there? You know, I don't have a window there, but just in case. Yeah? So if we window there is a bit tricky. So, you know, we delete this one. If we have a window is there, okay, so you need actually a little bit more detail into it. Yeah? So what I do, I'll make about 10 mil steel. Okay, I slightly bring them out. Steel. I'll just put more closer. 10 mil steel. Okay, then what I do, I will use an angle. Okay, about 40 by 40. I like the angle. At the end of that one, they weld together onto the steel. Yeah? See? Then I insert the glass. Okay, this is a glass. Yeah. Okay, so they're using a structural glass tapes. So what you'll do, it looks like that. Yeah. This is a steel. This is angle. I don't know where you can see it. Angle. And then they put actually structural tapes, glass tape, very strong. Okay, so that is all your glass will be there. So this is a make about 40 by about 5T. Okay, equal angle. You know what I mean? So it depends on how you detail these things. Yeah. And then what will happen on the top? There is a structural plywood inside. This is structural plywood. Okay. Then you have a flashing going over. It's like that. Okay. Then I got buttons there. You know, top section. And this is the what you call this is external cladding. So water doesn't really go. So if anything, you know, go and then dripping outside there. Okay. So there is window. So and also this is all the steel. Okay. You know, powder 10 mil. You know, the steel. And then this is a plasterboard. Yeah. And then when they meet together, I need to have a little gap and then probably expansion joint. Because there are two different materials, good to have an expansion joint here too. And also on the top of the steel, I need to have a timber. So what it says, this is, I have about 50 mil gap there, so maybe about 35 mil timber. Okay. Then I have a little bracket there under. Okay, I just want to. Okay, it's a bit too small. I can see little bracket under. It's best practice is not to touch this structural beam. So this bracket, it's like this. One bracket and bottom is here. Okay, it allows adjustment. Okay, it adjusts moving on top and bottom. Because a structural part can be moved, okay? So if you directly sit on the top and connect them, then what will happen? Then glass might actually break it. Do you know what I mean? So it's a good idea. It's just a way give a gaps in between. It's not directly under that one, okay? So that's what will happen. So I have actually the glass. If this is a window, so I have about 10 mil steel. Or it can be used 12 mil, 15 mil, it's up to your details. And the glass frame, I made actually a little bit angle, I weld onto there. So when you look outside, then just very thin the steel and glass just by itself. Okay, so this is all about details. Okay, how you try to make it look. Okay, so and also what will happen the ceiling. So there is a large actually expansion, the sealant in between. Okay, so it's allowed for movement as well. So you can see the little line there. So that gap is about 50 mil. You know, we talk about. Okay, so and also this, the window frame is not directly touching to the structural element, yeah? Especially on the top part. Okay, so this is sort of one you know, box cutter details. Okay, I hope actually you can understand a bit messy here, but anyway. Okay, so let's have a look over. Overview. Okay. This is a box cutter. So this we need to draw 1 to 5 scale. Can you see there? This section. Okay. So then it happen like that. So this is information. So do you need to draw about 3 or 4 different area? Okay, which are quite detailed. Yeah? So then you can document it as well.